If you want to create a website that makes money continuously, I've got a great video for you, okay? And I want to give you a few generalities about website monetization, but most importantly, I want to share with you some tips, some hacks, some tricks when it comes to monetizing a website. So when it comes to generalities, you have to understand that a website can be a powerful tool for your brand, can be a powerful tool for your business, can be a powerful tool for your personal projects also. Okay, so at the same time that you actually try to really create content, you're trying to add value, you're trying to really give directions, you're really trying to give guidance on a few topics here and there. It's really good also to think about website monetization. That way, you have the means, you have the resources to keep the projects going and over and over and over. Okay, so when it comes to website monetization, there are many ways to monetize a website this year. Of course, the most popular is selling ad spaces, but there are many other great ways to actually generate revenue. You just have to know how to really go about doing them. Okay, so the best way for your website depends on your plans, target audience, and personal preference. This is where the plan of action comes into play. So it can be very easy to think that bloggers or website owners simply create a website, place some content, and then watch as the money rolls in. But it's not really that easy. Okay, it takes time. So you have to really always think about having interesting and quality content. Okay. So when it comes to monetizing your site, you got to add value. You got to really provide solutions to the pain points that your users, your readers are finding. And one way to do this is to provide actually interesting and quality content. The key trait is simple. The site can draw an audience and keep them by providing valuable content that resonates with them. Okay. This quality content continues to draw in a larger audience and the website value will increase. So that's kind of cool. In many cases, the website makes an implicit or explicit promise to the respective audience. For instance, it might teach the audience to get rich. It could provide valuable advice on landing a technology job, or it can help individuals to meditate. Okay, so when it comes to make a website that makes continuously money, what's the methodology to really think about this year? In other words, how will you monetize? The thing is, you can partner with a service such as Google AdSense or affiliate platforms. Alternatively, you can make money by selling courses, putting your content behind a paywall, or flipping websites. So, the type of monetization you choose will depend on your goals, website offerings, and style. Okay, style. And this is where you will need to think about your goals. For example, if you are trying to earn upwards of $100,000 every 6 months, your approach will be different from someone looking to make $3,000 per month. Okay, so if you are wondering how much you can earn from your website, remember that it really depends on you. So remember, many kinds of websites make money. The website you choose will align with your goals, passions, and needs. So once you are more clear about what you are trying to do, you can start taking the right actions to monetize your websites. Okay. And now, how do you receive funds? Well, regardless of your preferred method of monetization, it is actually necessary to have different ways to collect the funds. So you are able to receive funds directly into your bank account with ACH processing. You can withdraw your earnings into payment wallets like PayPal and Payoneer. So that's kind of cool in terms of flexibility, especially if you deal with an international audience or an international provider. You can use Stripe accounts to receive funds, and consumers can send funds to places like your respective Square or Cash App accounts. So that's kind of cool. But also, other options such as Authorize.net and other vendors that enable you to implement their processing link on your website also can add to the flexibility when it comes to payment. So, depending on the method you choose, the process of setting up payments might be as simple as providing the name of your account. For instance, support me by sending payments to my PayPal or ID. Okay, alternatively, you can also connect a specific account and add a Pay Now button to make the process as simple as possible. So that's kind of cool. So in some cases, like AdSense, for instance, the system will ask you to input your financial info to obtain earnings for the respective actions. Okay. You also have to remember that you need to have a process that works when you have 100,000 buyers. This point is quite crucial in minimizing stress as your website grows and obtains more support from, let's say, an eclectic fan base. So that's kind of important. So let me really get into the nitty gritty when it comes to ways to monetize a website this year. And I want to first start with Google AdSense. So you can generate income by allowing Google to place ads on your website. Then you get paid when someone clicks on those ads. It will help to learn a little more about Google AdSense and how it works to see why this method works for many websites. Okay. And I mean, generally, when you think about it, Google helps searchers find information on websites. So the platform also helps businesses reach customers. So as a website owner who provides information on a website, you can earn by having a site that draws a certain level of engaged users. I want to insist on that. Engaged users, they have to be engaged, okay? So individuals and businesses use pay-per-click PPC advertising to reach their audience. So when someone from your audience interacts with the ads, you earn. Although Google AdSense is not the only game in town concerning advertising placement, it is actually the most popular and straightforward. Okay, and so all you need to do is apply actually to be an AdSense partner. Google will review your application, and if you get the approval, you can start showing ads on your website almost immediately. The best part is that you can use the same Google AdSense on multiple websites. Okay. So advertisers pay Google every time someone clicks on their ads. In return, Google pays you a share of what the advertisers paid. You get paid between the 21st and the 26th of the month. So that's really important. And if you are wondering how many views you need to have on your website to earn, the number will vary. Still, it's a good idea to have at least 50 views per day. This shows that you are on the right track and can help you to have more who are interested in clicking on a few ads and going to the advertiser's landing page. So that's kind of cool. So besides Google AdSense, you also have direct advertising. So Google AdSense works as a middleman between you and advertisers. You can choose to work directly with advertisers. This route will require a little more effort, but you can keep all the earnings for yourself. And the best part is that you get to negotiate the price. So if you have quite a bit of web traffic, it gives you immense negotiating power. And conversely, you might not earn much from this method at the beginning stages if you have very little traffic. It's all about having traffic. So focus on generating the traffic, and then the earnings will come later on. If you're thinking about having a website that makes continuously money, I want you to really think about affiliate marketing this year. And so affiliate marketing has been present for quite a while, though. I mean, for the last 40 years, even though it has become more popular with the advent of the internet. But before that, there was something called affiliate marketing anyway. Okay, so affiliate marketing is making headlines nowadays due to its substantial earning potential. So basically, it works this way. First, you promote a product or a service on your website and encourage your readers to purchase them using your unique link. When they make a purchase, the company that owns the product or service offers you a share of the selling price. So, affiliate marketing is great if you promote or review products on your blog. It also works if you make how to guides or share your thoughts on different areas of life. You're putting a good word for the product and insert your link. And so there are actually two ways to make affiliate marketing. You have direct and indirect. So that's kind of important. And so you get your affiliate link directly from the company with a direct approach. Say you are an affiliate for a toothbrush company. You go to the company websites or email their team for an affiliate link. Then you get a commission every time someone buys a toothbrush using your link. Now, the indirect approach is to actually join an affiliate network, such as a CJ affiliate, ClickBank, or Share a Sale. You can also affiliate with big e-commerce brands like Amazon. No, so both approaches have pros and cons. So you should really make your choice based on what works for you. You also want to really charge for your content. So suppose you have many dedicated readers, and the idea of putting ads on your website doesn't sit well with you. In that case, you can ask your readers to pay for your content. This can be a one-time fee or a recurring fee. Now, this approach typically works well for niche blogs and websites. So this may alienate some readers, but website owners minimize this by having a mixture of free and paid content. So depending on how you structure the site and create content, it could really develop a firmly needed community. So this method works well if you have an authority or inside source in your chosen niche. You got to have some kind of thought leadership when it comes to the topic. Okay, many website builders allow you to set up paywalls for your content. So using a WordPress site, you can set up the paywall by implementing a member site plugin, such as WP members and simple membership. So that's kind of cool. You can also, and this is really good, you can also choose to set up different membership tiers. Okay, so you can significantly earn with this approach if you have people interested in paying for your content. Next, you are able to request donations. So if you want to make a website that earns money continuously, you can request donation. Now, if you have many dedicated readers, see, the whole thing about donations is that you got to have folks who are interested in your cause, or you're interested in your project. They're interested in your niche. So if you don't like the idea of having a paywall, you don't like the idea of having ads, you can politely ask your readers for donations. Okay, I mean, it's not about forcing them. You are politely asking them. Okay, and setting up donation channels on your website is very easy. You can add donation buttons linked to your website or on Stripe and PayPal. And if your website or blog accepts crypto donations, you can also ask readers to donate crypto assets by listing your respective cryptocurrency addresses. So that's kind of important. Another way to actually make money continuously from your website is to sell products and services. So unlike affiliate marketing, where you sell other people's products, this approach means what? It means that you are selling your own products and or services. The best part is that you can sell anything. You can sell literally anything legal, of course. So this includes what? Digital products such as artwork and books, physical products and services. So a few content creators aggregate their content into specific packages or programs and sell this as digital products. For instance, if your audience is looking for tips on losing weight, you might create a compelling diet plan and sell that. And if you have other products and need to create an online store, you will have to set up and start an e-commerce store. Thankfully, many hosting platforms offer e-commerce solutions. And you can also sign up on dedicated e-commerce hosting providers like Shopify, BigCommerce, or WooCommerce. And there are many ways to market your products. You can sporadically create content that revolves around your offerings. Alternatively, you can take a general approach and organically recommend your products and services in your content. So either way, whatever works for you, just go ahead and implement it. If you are trying to really make a website that earns money continuously, think about flipping websites. I mean, and sponsored content. I mean, the thing is that when you think about flipping websites, you got to have a certain knowledge, certain experience, certain acumen when it comes to web flipping. Okay, because flipping websites, it's a fun way of monetizing websites. And so you start a website and help it grow in popularity. You invite others to check the website and bid on it. You then sell the websites at a fair price, okay, and then move on to the next venture, the next site, or you can have multiple sites at once. Actually, now many factors determine how profitable a website can be. One of them is the website traffic and the profits that it really generates, and other essential factors are the SEO value of the domain name and the website niche. So to get a good picture of how much you can sell a website, you should check out website listing platforms such as Empower Flippers. Okay, you have a lot of players out there, and also you can think about sponsored content. Sponsored content is kind of similar to direct advertising because you are reaching out to a company directly, and there is no middleman. You get all the cash, okay, but it requires more work. It requires more negotiation. It requires you to cultivate a better and tighter relationship with the company, with the sponsor. Okay, so sponsored content is also known as paid content or native advertising. Okay, so this is a process that's similar to ads in that someone pays you to advertise something on your website. They can be in the form of paid reviews, sales announcements, product launches. You can have also event coverage or offers. It really depends on the kind of niche you're trying to really get into. So when it comes to sponsored content, things can be really flexible. It can be you actually derive a level of autonomy here. Okay, it's entirely up to you to determine the type of sponsored post you want on your site. You can also determine if you or the sponsoring brands have to write the post, and many websites charge more if they are also creating sponsored posts. So although a sponsored post can be a lucrative venture, you don't want to overdo it. Please don't overdo it because otherwise you will alienate your audience. Okay, they'll think you just a sellout. You don't want to be you don't want to appear as a sellout. Ideally, you want to ensure your regular posts outnumber the sponsored post by a wide margin. You also want to ensure the sponsored posts do not hurt your brand or annoy your audience. Okay, be very careful there. Let me give you a few hacks here. When it comes to making a website that earns money continuously, you have to understand that everything starts with a foundation. The foundation is how you build a website. Okay, you are able to understand that you are able to do things yourself. In other words, through coding, if you're good with coding or programming, you can really you can do a web design yourself, or you can use a website builder. Okay, such as GoDaddy, such as Mailchimp, such as Shopify, whatever. Okay, and then so if you go, I want you to go with with an easy to use website builder. It's a lot faster, it's a lot easier. Okay, you're able to customize your pages, you can choose a domain, and you can measure your website's performance. You can really take advantage of the what you see is what you get, the YCY or YG sort of process. Okay, and you're able to use a drag and drop editor, and usually it's not really complicated. And those builders, they come with embedded SEO functionalities. Okay, so and on top of that, you also are able to add a custom domain name. Okay, so if you don't have a custom domain name, you can use actually the platform domain in the meantime. But remember to actually get a custom domain name ASAP, because otherwise you will be actually sacrificing your branding for the platform. Okay. So once you are able to get everything ready, you just build your website. Please preview your website to see how it will apply on mobile and desktop browsers. If everything looks good, hit the review and publish buttons for your website to go live, and you just need to accept the terms from the platform. You also need to pay attention a little bit to the SEO, the URL, and social share settings for each page on your site. You can also implement SEO techniques to help drive more traffic to your website. So that really helps you big time, especially if you are trying to if you're trying to save money and you are trying to really get some understanding of what drives your audience to your site. What is the customer itinerary? What's the customer journey to come to your website, and how much time they will spend on your website? Because for you to monetize your site, you have to really retain the audience a little longer on your sites. So here's an epilogue into this conversation. I talked to you about how to make a website that makes money continuously. I give you the generalities, the methodology, the hacks, and now the epilogue. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.